Welcome to Nebraska Farmcast, a production of the Center for Agricultural Profitability at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. I'm Ryan Evans. For cattle producers, winter often means deciding whether standing forage can be grazed or if hay must be fed. Dry conditions can limit winter grazing and drive up the value of resources that are available. So here to discuss how winter feed can offer a more affordable alternative option and tell us about one tool that the University of Nebraska-Lincoln offers to assist in making feed decisions is Randy Sainer, a beef systems extension educator with Nebraska Extension. Hi, Randy. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you, Ryan. It's been a kind of a warm, hot, dry winter or fall and summer. So,
and means winter's just around the corner, right? So, what are this year's conditions indicating about the availability of grazing resources across the state?
So some areas have been really dry, and so what we're finding is people are running out of forage a little sooner than they normally would. We see cows going to corn stalks a little faster, and the other thing we're seeing is higher prices for hay, as well as grain prices are up too. So if you run out of grass, there's some things you got to look at. You can feed hay, you can feed some supplement to try to get you through. Or, the other thing is corn stalks. And corn stalks, we still have quite a bit of availability of them, especially in the eastern part of the state. And due to irrigation, the supply is pretty good this year.
So what are some options for producers who are preparing to secure resources for their herds over the winter?
Well, some of the options would be like eating extra hay to cover that shortage of pasture, or using corn stalks to cover some of that pasture forage that they normally would have, and then adding some supplemental feed to your hay if you need to kind of extend it a little bit, because trying to find hay is also kind of high this year and hard to find. Because we have droughts around us, a lot of the hay is going to other states also.
And you've written a new article up on our website for the Center for Ag Profitability, cap.unl.edu, where you talk about one tool that we have available on our website, a feed cost calculator, we call it. It's an Excel decision tool. And again, that's on our website under livestock tools at cap.unl.edu. Can you just explain how this feed cost calculator, what its purpose is and how it can assist in making these feed decisions?
Yeah, the feed cost calculator helps producers look at the actual cost in each of the feedstuff delivered to the cow. So it figures you can look at the cost per nutrient for protein. So let's say you're short in protein, or you're short in energy or TDN, or even dry matter. Just you don't have enough dry matter to feed the cows. And so it allows you to look at, hey, what feed is the most cost effective for protein to feed, and then which one is most cost effective for TDN or energy. It's a least cost feed kind of calculator, but you can look at those feeds. You can look at different feeds and see which works better. And it also has a corn stalk calculator in there, so it can look at how corn stalks compare to other feed that you're looking at for the winter.
Okay, and what are some specific variables in the feed cost calculator that users can manipulate to get a clearer picture of their costs?
So it includes transportation cost, your storage cost, what it costs you to store it. It also considers some wastage or loss in transportation and other things. It looks at your labor cost. Some feeds are going to take more labor than others, depending on what you're feeding. And for instance, like soy hulls, when you feed them, you're probably going to get more loss due to wind because they're light. So you can figure that in there. Also care costs, what it's going to cost to take care of them, and then nutrient level of the feed. So the protein energy level of it, because you're going to take that into consideration, and then any storage loss that you might have.
And then Randy, what's your advice, any other advice you have here for producers that they should keep in mind as they make these winter grazing feed decisions?
So cost this fall is going to affect your expenses for the entire year, and make sure to find a farmer you trust if you're going to look at corn stalks, because they have been one of the most reasonable feeds we have out there. Make sure you find somebody that'll take good care of them. Make sure that your purchases are what you need, that you're not buying something you don't need. So if your deficiencies in protein or energy, let's look at that and let's buy the right feed to meet those needs, those cows' requirements. In some cases, it may be better to sell some of the poorer producing cows than to try to feed them if the costs are going to be too high. And you can look at that with the feed cost calculator.
Again, that tool, the feed cost calculator, is available on our website for the Center for Ag Profitability. If you visit that's cap.unl.edu. I've been talking with Randy Sainer, a beef systems extension educator with Nebraska Extension. And also on our website, you can read his new article where he discusses this tool and upcoming options for the winter season. So Randy, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Ryan.
Nebraska Farmcast is a production of the Center for Agricultural Profitability at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. For the latest research-based information and education resources to manage your farm or ranch operation, visit our website at cap.unl.edu. That's cap.unl.edu.